Now going to put them under general anesthesia in preparation for their surgery, starting with the Japanese tourist. Now is your absolute last chance to fight and pull something off before your life is forever fucked. Lindsay wises up and unshackles herself while Haita is distracted with Katsuro. She makes a conscious decision to leave her friend behind and run for the exits, but they're all locked. Of course, this guy has his house set up so that people can't get out from the inside. Haita's like a far more depraved version of Alex from the movie Tao, and with far less prestigious goals. Lindsay locks herself in his bedroom, which stalls him for now, but she needs to at least grab a weapon so she has a chance if it comes to a hand-to-hand fight. Wow, Haita really has a picture of his dog centipede thing next to his bed.
You need help, you're a sick man!
If you don't open up immediately, I will cut your knees!
Instead of pleading for your life to the psychopath who gets off on people pleading for their lives, how about you go over to the phone next to his bed and call 112, which is the 911 equivalent for Americans, which you should know if you're visiting other countries. She tries to make an escape out the back window, but Haita's one step ahead of her, and he has his tranq rifle. Without knowing the layout of the place and Haita right behind her, it's understandable that she'd accidentally run into a dead end like the indoor pool. It's also understandable that you lose your coordination when under extreme stress like this and trip into the pool like she did. I know we all would like to think that we Jason Bourne this motherfucker when he stepped through the doorway, but real talk, that's not how it would go down. Lindsay's out of options here. If she gets out of the pool, she'll get tranked. Haita tries to force her out by closing the cover on his indoor pool, but for some reason this causes a power failure. I see no reason why he would have needed to leave Lindsay to go fix the power and let her escape. That was really stupid on his part. Lindsay breaks out and makes it to the back room she was previously in that had the window broken. That phone looks like a corded landline phone, which should still work even with the power out. Picking up the phone to call for help apparently never crosses her mind though. This wide open window seems too easy. But then again, why did he let her leave the pool in the first place? Maybe he's not as smart as he appears. He could still be out there with the tranq rifle ready to dart her as soon as she exits. The odds are in her favor though. Dart guns like the one Haida's using are single shot and take time to reload. The darts are relatively low velocity and have a hard time puncturing thick clothing. If she wrapped the bedsheet around herself and ran for it, even if he was out there, there's a good chance he would miss or wouldn't puncture her, at which point she can leave the bedsheet and sprint for it. Haita's home is not that isolated. If she sprinted 100 yards in any direction, she'd probably run into someone. She just needs to take care not to trip on a branch and bop her head off a log. Even if she did get hit and it punctured her skin, she'd still have 3 to 5 minutes to run for help before she lost a significant amount of her coordination from the tranquilizer. Lindsay hesitates, conflicted with her chance to escape and not wanting to leave Jenny behind. Going back for Jenny is a bad idea. Both Jenny and Katsuro are under general anesthetics in the basement. Haita will be back soon. There's no way she could drag them up the stairs and haul them to safety in time. She needs to secure her own escape first. From there, it should only take 20 minutes tops to bring the fuzz down on top of Haita's operation. If you did want to go back and try to carry her out, the most effective way is to use the ranger roll and fireman's carry method. Too much friction dragging her on the ground and way too slow. She manages to get Jenny's unconscious body topside and out of the window, but it's taking too long and she's way too loud about it. I'd say a tranq round will hit her in the back of the neck here any moment now. Should have just ran and left Jenny. Realistically, she still could, since the tranq round will take a few minutes to kick in. Of course, he'd probably be able to run her clumsy ass down anyways. Lindsay and Jenny gave up every opportunity to escape, and now they're getting their teeth removed, skin grafted, body parts diced and sewed together with other humans, and all kinds of other horrific shit. Fun times. Haita then cheers to his successful completion of the conjoinment procedure with a celebratory drink, a photo shoot he can wink to later, and then puts his human centipede into a large cage on the first floor of his house for some dumb reason. Escaping at this point is going to be tough. There's no way to effectively coordinate strategies or movements with the others while they're conjoined. They could potentially rip out the stitches by pulling with their head and hands to separate themselves, but their ligaments and tendons in their knees were sliced, so it's not like they could run anyways. Haita then brings them outside to parade them around his backyard like dogs. I get his house may be secluded, but Lindsay and Jenny stumbled into it. It's not that secluded. He must just not give a shit about being caught.
Feed her!
Can you imagine the rage inside you if someone did this to you? Desperately wanting to destroy him, being so close, but being completely unable to do anything. Katsuro does still have his arms intact. If he gets close enough, he could pull the dog to the ground and choke him out. That's about their only option right now. Later that night, Haita threatens to cut their vocal cords if they don't quit their moaning because it's disturbing his sleep. Yeah, it's best to shut up. You don't want to lose your vocal cords now when you might need them to escape later. The next morning, he gives them a checkup. Katsuro and Lindsay are surviving, but Jenny doesn't look too good. Besides the massive